So Saurabh will be conducting an online masterclass on 18th regarding essays only, how to approach the paper, the subject, brick by brick, and of course he will show his essays also.
For a good novel, generally what they do, good writers, they build anticipation that what is the coming next thing.
So that also involves a lot of mindfulness that okay, this is, you have to be very active in the exam hall.
Sometimes we tend to force fit what we prepare, because while preparing those in ready-made things, we tend to get possessed with them.
Saurabh Sharma, of course, to those who do not know him, he is All India rank 23 this year. He will be getting IAS most probably. And what is the most fascinating thing is that not only he got the top 50 rank, but he scored 136 in essay also. And anything above 130 in essay is phenomenal. So Saurabh, the obvious question will be, how did you do that? How did you score 136 in essay?
So firstly, I like the essay paper. I, in general, like writing, and thus, while I was approaching the preparation for essay, it was not a burden that I have to do this paper. It was rather a recreational exercise that yes, this is again a platform where I can express myself through my writing. So that was my first thing, which I think helped me score good, not treating the paper as a paper, rather as an exercise. Secondly, I practiced a lot in essay. I wrote about, since I liked writing, so I practiced a lot. So I wrote around 10 full length tests of essay between prelims and mains,
Oh,
which is around 20 essays in general. So I think practice makes a man perfect.
right.
So that was the second thing. And thirdly, while practicing and slowly, I learned some things which I feel helped me get good marks in essay. First was like right from the time of topic selection, choosing the topic which you are very sure that you know the meaning, and choosing that topic, giving sufficient time while deciding that topic. Because I've seen many people decide one topic, write one paragraph, cut it, and then choose another topic. That is the last thing you can do. So choosing the right topic, then apart from it, uh, scanning. Once you are clear of the meaning of the topic, then scanning each syllabus, each topic in the syllabus to find whether any example is there related to that topic. So scan whether that topic, whether that essay topic which you have chosen, any example can be found in history. Like in history, also you scan in any example is present in ancient history or not, medieval, modern. You go through the GS syllabus, you note down all those examples. Then generally, after this brainstorming exercise, since time management is not a very big issue in essay, you can generally people do not face time crunch unlike other GS papers. So one can dedicate around 20 to 30 minutes in brainstorming, and 1 hour in writing. 1 hour is sufficient in writing 10 pages. At least for me, it was the case. And then the rest of the things are like substantiation of what you have brainstormed. So whatever ideas you have written in the first 30 minutes or 25 minutes, you have to basically write it in a paragraph format in a lucid language, not in a very flowery, but a language which is free from grammatical errors, which is free from
Yeah.
errors. Because I used to commit a lot of spelling errors subconsciously. I knew the spelling, but somehow that used to happen. But that is why I stressed a lot that I don't commit a spelling mistake.
This exercise also involves a lot of mindfulness during the exam hall, as you say, that selection of topic and relating it with other GS syllabus. So that also involves a lot of mindfulness that okay, this is, you have to be very active in the exam hall. And just because it seems easy, and people also do that. If a topic is easy, they think that it's easy for everyone, and they will not write it, and they instead choose a difficult topic so that they are able to gain that X factor. But just having that mindfulness is, I think, what you strike, and you did very well there. Okay, so you also had something for introductions. I mean, it's, they say that first impression is the last impression. So Do you really focused on introduction also, and you use, like, people use ChatGPT these days and they use creative introduction also. So you had certain planning for introduction, or you did, or was this a part of your mindfulness activity only there?
No, I have belong to the second category, and both category of people exist, and both category of people are getting good marks. One set of people are those who have made ready-made introductions and conclusions of essays, and it's a good exercise because you will, at the end of the day, have good number of quotations, stories, anecdotes, which you can fit in various situations. But the only drawback to it, which I feel, is that sometimes we tend to force fit what we prepare, because while preparing those in ready-made things, we tend to get possessed with them, and thus we try to incorporate it, uh, being oblivious of the fact that whether it is relevant to the topic or not.
Hmm.
So I always emphasize that whatever the topic is, I'll then and there itself uh, think about the introduction. And generally, while brainstorming, the first few ideas which you encounter are the best fit for the introduction. This is what I feel, because in the initially when you are brainstorming, so uh, you have the meaning in the head very clearly. Then whatever the first example is coming is the closest to the meaning of the topic. If you can build a story around that or write that particular thing, it will be the best thing, because it will be the closest to the topic, and the reader will know that this person has understood the topic well, and it will be off to a good start. So this
When you
is
are
this was
choosing a topic, whatever examples come to your mind initially, you say that that definitely becomes the part of your introduction. Is it what you're saying, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Because these are closer, those ideas are closest to the topics. Wonderful. So, how important is structuring? I mean, giving a tempo to the flow, or tempo, or structuring, or just arranging your thoughts in a logical order rather than putting examples. So, what did you do there when it came to main part, body, especially?
So for body, structuring becomes immensely important, because essay is like conversation, and it is unlike in GS papers where you, for one question you are getting 2 pages. Here you have to write 10 pages. So unless you write it systematically, it will appear very haphazard. So that should be avoided. Uh, for example, like if you are writing examples of history, try to write it like collate them and write it one place. Don't write one example of medieval history, then after 2 pages another example is coming. It will create chaos.
Right.
Secondly, regarding tempo, it is very important that you build like for a good novel. Generally, what they do, good writers, they build anticipation that what is the coming next thing. So that is the ideal scenario which a good essay would be, that you build the tempo in that direction, so that that page turner, that the reader is so into it that he or she wants to read the next page. That is about tempo. And same goes for like while you're ending also, you end it on that note only, generally on an optimistic note. You give some prescription also that this is the ideal way. You avoid knee jerk endings
Yeah.
to uh, to end the essay, because suddenly if it ends, it feels that okay, maybe he was short of time or whatever. It doesn't give a good impression.
So philosophical essays are the buzzword. I mean, over the years, we have seen philosophical essays dominating the conversation when it comes to essays. And so many students, especially from the science background, they say, "Sir, philosophy, I don't know how to tackle this part." So, of course, you did not get that challenge in last year, but of course, you must have prepared because this was the conversation around. So, how did you prepare for philosophical essays? Was there anything extra or unique you did while preparing for philosophical essays?
There was nothing unique per se which I did for philosophical essay. I treated it like a normal essay, because at the end of the day, it is also a sentence. And for any sentence, you have to be very clear of the meaning. Obviously, in philosophical essay, the biggest challenge becomes deciphering the meaning of the uh, philosophy. But in general, you'll find if there are four philosophical essay in a section, at least one topic is such that which most people will understand. So generally, you should keep this in mind, that if you are able to understand, only then write, and don't think that others are writing. you can still write different, and you can still create good impression, and have a difference in the essay, and get good marks. So again, for philosophical topics, it becomes double more important to understand the meaning of the topic,
Mhm.
and in that explore other dimensions, like is the opposite of the philosophy also true? Pick up each keywords of that sentence, and try to explore its meaning, that what does happiness mean, what does thinking mean exactly, so that it appears that you have thought from a multitude of dimensions,
Right.
and form permutation and combination in each of them, that what if this happens, what if that happens. So it automatically creates a lot of uh, areas to write. Or you can also approach it through format of questions, why, what, how of that particular sentence, that will also get give you different subheads or different paras to be written.
Great, wonderful. So Saurav will be conducting an online masterclass on 18th regarding essays only, how to approach the paper, the subject, brick by brick, and of course, he will show his essays also, do's and don'ts of the essay writing. So please join there. And thank you so much, Saurav, for taking out your time. And let's hope for a wonderful session. Looking forward to host you.
Thank you so much. Same here.